Allegedly, the song Daughter.
Today, this video breaks down Hunter's financial collapse from $250,000 per month to selling luxury vehicles for loans, the exact timeline of his failed lawsuits against Debmar-Mercury and guardian Sharina Hudson, and what's actually happening with Wendy Williams' guardianship battle as of early 2026 versus what social media is telling you about Williams supposedly returning to television. The alimony is where everything starts, so that's where we start.
When the divorce finalized in January 2020, the settlement agreement locked in $250,000 per month flowing from Wendy Williams to Kevin Hunter. For exactly 24 months, January 2020 through January 2022, those checks kept coming, totaling approximately $6 million. January 2022 was when that stopped. Wells Fargo froze Williams' accounts after financial advisor Lori Schiller notified the bank that Williams appeared to be of unsound mind, and Williams accused Wells Fargo of conspiring to mismanage her finances. By 2025, additional reports revealed that Wells Fargo had flagged large withdrawals and signs of potential undue influence from family members. Kevin Hunter Jr., the son Wendy and Kevin share, now 24 years old and a full-time student at Barry University in Florida, reportedly pulled money from Williams' Wells Fargo account for personal expenses, including rent and tuition, and that contributed directly to the court placing Williams under temporary financial guardianship in May 2022. Sharina Hudson, a New York City-based attorney, took the guardian appointment in May 2022 and assumed control of Williams' finances. The $250,000 monthly payments to Kevin Hunter stopped immediately. Hunter went from $250,000 per month to zero, and zero is where he stayed. The Wendy Williams Show folded in June 2022 after 13 seasons, with Sherri Shepherd's replacement show debuting that fall. Hunter's income from the show disappeared alongside the alimony, and what followed was a financial collapse that played out in court filings, HOA lawsuits, and mansion sales. After the divorce, Hunter purchased a mansion in Parkland, Florida for $795,600, 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, nearly 3,500 square feet, where he settled in with Sharina Hudson and their daughter, Journey. Page 6 reported in October 2021 that Hunter and Hudson were engaged and living together in Florida. Whether they remain together as of 2026 cannot be confirmed through any credible source. Social media claims they separated, but no official statement from either party exists. July 2023 brought 2 lawsuits in quick succession. First, Hunter's HOA sued him for $862.33 in unpaid special assessment fees covering October 1st through December 31st of 2021, with a monthly HOA fee of $600, and the summons listed both Kevin Hunter and unknown spouse of Kelvin L. Hunter, presumably Hudson. That same month, a separate creditor sued Hunter for refusing to pay a credit card bill exceeding $20,000, the kind of bill Hunter himself had acknowledged falling behind on after the alimony stopped. October 2023 brought the 2 biggest moves. Hunter sold 2 luxury vehicles to Flex Wealth Inc., a company that provides loans against luxury assets up to $10 million, which means Hunter was leveraging his cars as collateral rather than simply selling them. Then the Parkland mansion sold for $1.25 million. Hunter cleared approximately $454,400 in profit over his original $795,600 purchase price. But the sale wasn't a financial win, it was a financial retreat because he could no longer afford the property without Williams's money coming in. The man who once lived in a 5-bedroom mansion with his mistress and their daughter was now selling cars for loan collateral and getting hauled into court over $862. 3 major lawsuits, 3 attempts to recover money, 3 outcomes that as of early 2026 range from outright defeat to unresolved limbo. Lawsuit 1, wrongful termination against Debmar-Mercury.
Sometime in February or March 2022, Hunter filed against Debmar-Mercury, the production company behind The Wendy Williams Show, along with producers Ira Bernstein and Mort Marcus. His claim was wrongful termination, alleging the company fired him on the basis of his marital status and his impending divorce, and he sought between $7 and $10 million in damages. Hunter's role as executive producer ran from 2007 onward, and his employment status changed in April 2019, the same days Williams filed for divorce. Debmar-Mercury pushed back with the argument that New York state law doesn't protect employees from termination based on marital status with a specific individual, and the defendants appealed a lower court decision that refused to dismiss the case. In April 2025, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit vacated that lower court decision and remanded the case back down. Hunter lost that round, and the current status of what actions remain at the lower court level is unclear. Lawsuit 2: Alimony Enforcement and Fraud Claims. March 2024 brought a filing directed at the judge who oversaw the divorce, in which Hunter pointed to the matrimonial settlement agreement and its severance pay provisions, citing the January 2022 cutoff as the moment payments stopped due to Williams' guardianship. Between September and October 2024, Hunter escalated dramatically, filing documents demanding the court vacate and set aside the original settlement agreement on grounds of fraud, misrepresentation, and misconduct. The claim, $48 million, had been fraudulently concealed in the divorce. Hunter pulled in an affidavit filed in a New Jersey court by Williams' best friend, Regina Schell, to support his position, and demanded Williams appear in person at an alimony hearing. Public reaction wasn't kind. Comments flooded in along the lines of, "Kevin owes his ex-mistress child support," and "Go get a job already." The $48 million fraud claim remains unresolved. Lawsuit 3: $250 million to remove the guardian. August 2024 saw Hunter file to remove Sharina Morrissey as Williams' guardian, seeking $250 million in damages. He hired attorney LaShawn Thomas for the effort, the same lawyer who had represented Williams in 2022 guardianship proceedings. The court questioned Hunter's motivation and legal standing immediately, denied Thomas admission into the guardianship proceedings, and issued an order barring Thomas from communicating in any manner with Williams and her family. When TMZ put the question to Wendy Williams directly, she stated she had no idea Hunter had filed the lawsuit, said she didn't want Hunter involved in her life because "I'm divorced forever," and called him a money grubber. "He's always been that way." In October 2025, the judge dismissed the $250 million lawsuit on a straightforward basis. Williams was never in favor of it. 3 lawsuits, $7 million lost in April 2025, $250 million dismissed in October 2025, and $48 million still unresolved. Hunter has yet to win a single major legal battle. Sharina Hudson spent approximately 15 years as Kevin Hunter's mistress, starting around 2004 or 2005, and gave birth to his daughter Journey in March 2019. That birth was the moment Wendy Williams filed for divorce in April 2019. The affair Williams had apparently tolerated became impossible to ignore once a child existed. Williams made her feelings about Hudson publicly known in January 2021. On her talk show, Williams addressed Hudson directly. "Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson, getting out of my car with my money." Journey was approaching 3 years old at the time, and Williams put it plainly. During an appearance on Out Loud with Claudia Jordan that same month, Williams said of Journey, "Nope, Kevin's got one job, keep her off the pole, and hopefully she'll be more educated than her mother and father." On the business side, Hudson ran a vegan food operation called Vegan Nose from her Florida home kitchen, building an Instagram page with over 200 posts featuring herself, vegan food, and cooking videos filmed with Journey. The business appears to have failed based on the absence of recent activity.
Here's where credible reporting ends and social media takes over, and the gap between the two is significant. Rumors across TikTok and various forums claim Hudson sued Hunter for child support. No verified court documents exist, and no credible news outlet has reported any such lawsuit. Rumors claim Hudson and Journey left Hunter and moved back in with Hudson's mother due to financial strain. No official statement from either party confirms this, and their current relationship status as of 2026 is unverifiable. A claim from a Lipstick Alley forum in July 2023 alleged Hudson had stomach cancer that was cured by Dr. Sebi. No verified medical records or credible reporting support this. Rumors also claim Hudson is begging Williams for money. This is mechanically impossible since Williams is under guardianship and Morrissey controls all financial decisions, meaning Hudson has no pathway to reach Williams for funds even if she wanted to. The confirmed record is this. Hudson had a 15-year affair with Hunter, delivered his daughter in March 2019, lived with him in the Parkland mansion that sold in October 2023, and ran a vegan food business that appears to have closed. Everything beyond those facts lives in unverified speculation.
February 2024 was when Williams' medical team went public with two diagnoses, frontotemporal dementia and primary progressive aphasia. The announcement came ahead of a documentary release. Frontotemporal dementia chips away at the ability to understand language, speak, comprehend, read, and write, and primary progressive aphasia only worsens over time. August 2025 brought a re-evaluation, with Williams undergoing a significant number of tests, both medical and neuropsychological, including brain scans. The diagnoses held. Guardian Sharina Morrissey requested a court extension of guardianship through November 5, 2025, and court documents described Williams as cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. Williams disputes all of it. She maintains she's capable of managing her own affairs, questions the validity of the tests, and wants out of the conservatorship entirely. Her living situation as of early 2025, an undisclosed assisted living facility in New York that Williams refers to as the Coterie, which she described as a memory unit housing people in their 80s and 90s, calling the facility a dump and asking, "Did you see the people?" Williams' niece, Alex Finney, described it as a luxury prison during a January 2025 interview on The Breakfast Club. Williams gave interviews to The Breakfast Club and Harvey Levin in February 2025, describing the guardianship as suffocating and emotional abuse, and stating, "This system has failed. I want my freedom back." She noted, "I was in Connecticut for a year and I didn't go see anybody. I've been in here for 6 or 7 months and I haven't seen anybody." Williams described strict limits on phone and electronics access, no visitors allowed, and heavily restricted communication. Attorney Joe Tacopina, a celebrity lawyer brought in during summer 2024 by niece Alex Finney to act as Williams' personal attorney, has been working to dissolve the guardianship. Tacopina is not among the 3 court-appointed attorneys authorized to represent Williams in guardianship proceedings. Those 3 are Alan Diamond, Peter Strauss, and guardian Sharina Morrissey herself. In December 2025, Tacopina appeared on ABC Nightline and predicted Williams would be out of guardianship by year's end, saying, "The plan is this. There are guardianship attorneys and we're watching and waiting, and they've assured Wendy by year's end she'll be out." His August 2025 assessment of Williams' condition, "She's doing great. She is in control of her faculties as anyone else I speak to on a daily basis, aside from the fact that she doesn't have her liberties, her freedom, her human dignity that's been stripped from her. She's fine as a human being." Niece Alex Finney launched a GoFundMe in January 2025 to fund the guardianship challenge, raising almost $50,000 by April 2025. Judge Lisa Sokolov was expected to rule by November 2025 on whether Williams still belongs under guardianship, with options ranging from upholding the existing arrangement to terminating it altogether, but insiders considered an outright ending unlikely. As of early 2026, Williams remains under guardianship. No verified reports confirm her release, despite Tacopina's prediction. Kevin Hunter received $250,000 per month for 24 months, $6 million total, from January 2020 through January 2022. And when Wells Fargo froze Williams' accounts and the guardianship cut off the alimony, that income never came back. What followed was the $1.25 million mansion sold in October 2023, the HOA lawsuit over $862 in July 2023, the $20,000 credit card lawsuit that same month, and 2 luxury vehicles handed over to FlexWealth Inc. as loan collateral. 3 lawsuits followed. The $7 to $10 million wrongful termination case against Debmar-Mercury went to the U.S. Court of Appeals, which vacated the lower court's decision in April 2025. Hunter lost. The $48 million fraud claim alleging money was fraudulently concealed in the divorce remains unresolved. The $250 million lawsuit to replace guardian Sharina Morrissey was dismissed in October 2025 because Williams herself was never in favor of it.